What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Kings Cubed. So, with this video, it's kind of a follow-up video to my last two videos that I've done, on the Pacific. Um, First off, I want to say that the Pacific is not entirely canceled now, because the developer took mercy on me. Um, uh, I like him so much; he's so cool. But he created a legacy build of the game temporarily for me to be able to finish my ship. He basically did it primarily because of what he saw with my videos and stuff. So for those who do have builds like mine that want to try and finish them, there's the legacy build. Only downside to that though is that you won't probably be able to take your build from your ship from this build of the game, this version of the game, and import it in or try to spawn it in later builds of the game. It will become incompatible and possibly break the game. So um, the Pacific is, I want to say, not entirely canceled, but at the same time, it kind of is canceled because, I mean, yes, I can't continue building on it right now in the game or in the latest version of the game, but also if I try to spawn it into the latest version of the game, um, uh, it probably won't work. I mean, right now, if I edit it and then spawn it into the latest version of the game, it might work. But later on versions of the game may not work, according to what he said. So, um, uh, but it still gives me the opportunity to work on it and possibly finish it. He did say that he doesn't know how long it's going to be up, so I have to try and get it done as quickly as I can. Um, so, but I'm just grateful that I'm able to continue working on it because this has taken me quite a long time to get to this point. So, I'm excited to be able to continue working on it for now anyway. Um, there is you can still switch between versions of the game. When you do, though, you have to make sure that you create a new character every time you come onto the legacy build, so that you don't mess up your previous character's spawn and everything. Um, and unfortunately, so far, I don't know if it's a bug or if it just happens every time you log into the legacy build to work on your ship. If you've loaded in the latest version of the game beforehand, um, uh, it wipes that previous character's information. So you have to go and create another new character again, and um, uh, start from scratch basically. But if you save the ship, then you should be fine. You just make sure you just save it every time you get off before you get off. Um, uh, so I haven't made any updates to this thing as of late because I've been really busy with other stuff, and I got a couple other video series that I'm working on with my nephew. Um, uh, but you'll probably see those videos up here pretty soon. Um, but so yeah, but no, there's going to be more videos coming. As you probably saw at the beginning of this video, I finally got my new intro video done. Took me a while, but I'm proud of it. Um, but also, um, I have a couple more ship ideas that I'm working on. I actually started a new ship build in the latest version of the game, and I am not ready to show it off yet, or even talk really too much about it. It's it's based on a ship that I've already built in StarMade. I built that ship in StarMade a while back, and I think that I could probably do it way better in this game. So I'm gonna be working on that ship as well. I also have some thoughts in the back of my mind about building another Star Trek ship in the main the latest version of the game, so that I can actually continue. Because obviously, this ship is I can sit and try to finish it. I may not be able to finish it in the time that the developer has decided to leave the legacy build up. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish it in time. Um, but even if I do finish it, it's not going to be able to live on in the latest versions of the game. So I mean, as cool as it is, and it would make great video content. I don't see any point really in totally finishing it, because um, uh, it won't ever be able to be used, or shared really. And so I'm probably going to be moving on to other projects, and I have a couple of different ideas for different Star Trek ships. One being possibly the Enterprise E, because I haven't ever built a ship from the next gen era, and the Enterprise E next to the Enterprise D is probably my favorite ship. The Enterprise D and the Enterprise E were my two favorite ships from that era. Um, Enterprise D being the first ship of Star Trek I ever saw. Um, as a kid, it was the first ship I ever saw for Star Trek. And then followed by the Enterprise E when I first saw First Contact, and I fell in love with the Enterprise E. It's just so sleek, it's so cool looking, and if I try to build another Star Trek ship, it's probably going to be that ship, but it's big, and it would definitely be a project and a half. It would probably be a little easier than, say, the JJ prize I built in StarMade, just because it's shorter. It's um uh, got quite a bit less space on the inside than the JJ did. Um, but the problem is going to be the shape. The shape of the ship is very, very smooth, and there's a lot of compound curves, and the disc is not even a perfect circle, so I can't even use this method right here that I used to build this. Well, of course I can't use it now because of no clipping, but I can't even use that method to try and make the circle for it. I have to use some kind of oval block generator, or something like that to be able to get the shape just right, and it's gonna be a beast. It would be a beast to try and do, but um, uh, it's a ship I've never done before. I found a really cool blueprint, or really cool deck plans for it that lay all the decks out and everything, and that would really help me a lot. Um, and so that would be really fun to try and do. Granted, I don't know if I'm gonna be working on that right away, just because I want to try to work on this thing so a little bit more, just so that I can maybe at least try to get the hull finished, and so that it can and live on in the YouTubes at least. As for as for other builds, I've got one ship that I'm working on right now that uh, could be pretty cool. It might take me a little bit of time just because of the scale of it. It's not huge, but it's not small either. And then I've got, of course, the possibly the Enterprise E. Um, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And thanks for following the channel. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll definitely be giving some more updates on this beauty. Um, Hopefully, I can at least get the exterior finished, and maybe some special effects. Maybe even make it fly a little bit before I have to call it quits on it. But um, Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time.